I start with a question. Are dating apps helping us make connections? I remember when the whole online dating thing really started to explode. And as a player from the Himalayas, I was like, yes, you telling me I have access to thousands of women without leaving the comfort of my couch? Sign me up today. But when something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So you have to be mindful of any exchange, because what you're giving in one hand may be less than what you're receiving in the other. See, it may seem like you're receiving access to hundreds of thousands of people across the country that you may have never come in contact with otherwise. But what you're really receiving is lots of wasted time of endless swiping where half the people aren't even real. These apps and these websites are owned by companies that make their money from advertisements and subscriptions. So if you truly make a connection quickly, meet somebody and get off, they lose money. So do you think they're really invested in helping you make meaningful connections? What you received is conversations with people who have been conditioned by social media that want instant gratification. And so in the first message, they want a connection. They want you to be Dave Damn Chappelle. Now, after receiving these gifts, let's talk about what you gave up in return. But see, at one point in time before we became so reliant on these things, you went out with your homeboys or your homegirls with the prospect of possibly meeting someone. Or maybe you weren't even thinking about it. It's just a random occurrence. You're out in public somewhere and you catch the eye of someone. That initial attraction was there, and somebody gives a signal, albeit not with words, but hey, it's okay to approach. And you went over, introduced yourself, maybe shook a hand, tried to come with a clever line to get a smile. Since we didn't have these phones, in order to get a number, you had to write it down. All you had was that moment to get that telephone number, right? Ain't no, let me get your IG or whatever, something that you can remember even if you don't have anything to record it down. So you ask anybody for a pen. You run to a store, get a scrap of paper or receipt, or if need be, you wrote it on your damn skin. Or she did. Now you gotta be cool, right? So you don't go home and immediately make this telephone call. Now you waited a couple of days, and then you decide to make this call. And you're feeling the little butterflies on your first call. You don't really know how it's gonna pan out. As you dial in those numbers, you feel that anticipation kind of growing in you. The phone rings a few times. Maybe you think you're about to hang up, and boom, then they answer, and you get to hear that voice. You all volley back and forth with some type of witty exchange, seeing what you have in common, what you don't have in common. And if it's going good, then possibly you set up that next call, or maybe ask the person to actually meet in person. But you're exchanging this energy. The connection is being formed. It's not like talking to someone in the app or online. It's like being a salesman making a cold call. There's nothing there. It's difficult to make a human connection over the web. You can't exchange those energies typing with your fingers. So yes, you have access to thousands of people, but what difference does it make if there's no connection? We are humans. We are social animals, and that is what we're here for. And essentially, that is what you're looking for. You're looking to make connection with somebody and get off the damn thing. But that's not what they're selling it. Having all of these options with no connection is like being out in the cold with 1,000 matches, but none of them can help you make a fire. We need to see that gaze from across the room. We need to smell the pheromones. We need to feel that connection through the soft handshake. That shit will never be replaced. I don't care how many apps they come with, christianmingle.com, dating for farmers, interracial dating. None of it will replace that face-to-face connection. Now, unfortunately, for a lot of us, life is so busy, and that's why these things seem so valuable, as because it's so convenient. And I know we can go backwards. I'm not asking to. What's done is done. It's a different day. All we can do is just reminisce and move forward to the future, and I hope the connection doesn't die.